And I think 2020 was that slap in the face saying, ha ha ha, you need to calm down. Hello everyone, happy 2021. Now 2020 is over with, and I know so many people felt all sorts of energy towards 2020, but I thought it was important to just recognize some of the positivity that came out of the year. So this is 10 reasons why I'm thankful to the year 2020. Numero uno. Number one, it was a germaphobe heaven. So I'm the type of person, I do not like sharing drinks, sharing straws, using people's pens, all that sort of stuff. So for me, I was actually quite excited and happy that I no longer have to give some sort of lame excuse. The legitimate excuse is that we have a COVID-19 virus going around and we have to social distance, we have to, have things clean. And to be honest, I absolutely enjoy that aspect of 2020. So there you go. I'm slightly a germaphobe. Number two reason why I'm thankful to the year 2020, because it was a legitimate reason to stop. Whether it is to reset, rewind, rejuvenate, recoup, whatever it was a real reason to stop. And sometimes we get vacations, but vacations, according to the work you're doing, you still don't really get a chance to stop and do nothing. And I think we all got an excuse, most of us at least, because according to the field you're in, you didn't really get an excuse to stop. But most of us at least had a reason to really stop and reset and figure out what new direction we wanted to go in. And that's something that I really appreciated about the year. I got more time to read books. I've bought so many books over the last few years that I've never really had a chance to read. And this year really gave me a chance to do so. Number three reason why I'm thankful to the year 2020 is that it pushed me to start. And I say that because there's so many ideas I would think about for years, and then you see somebody do it and you're in that regret stage. But 2020 for some reason really pushed me to start some things that I've had and always wanted to do. For instance, I started Upstage TV show, and since before that, the last show that I produced was way back in 2013. And because of the pandemic, because we were in a lockdown, I really had nothing else to do. And it pushed me to get back onto producing and hosting a television show. And I'm really grateful for that. And let's call it a part two of point three, is that ignoring perfectionism and really just doing it. There's sometimes when you put so much effort into a project and you think it just has to be perfect before you hit that upload or send it out or make it happen. And I really appreciated learning as I go along as well, and not sticking myself in that mold of being absolutely perfect with everything. It's funny, I think because you're here, it's forcing me to go faster than I would have if it was just me, because I would have wanted to be perfect. Numero cuatro. Should I give them Russian? I didn't do that. Number four reason why I'm thankful to the year 2020 is the fact that so many businesses and so many managers finally recognize that you can work remotely. I think so many people thought that if I'm not seeing my employee in front of me doing work, that work is not happening. And I'm thankful to the fact that, hey, finally we could work from home, and also just pushing people to using technology in different ways. So I'm grateful to 2020 for that, and I'm sure you are as well if you've been asking your boss to telework for years, all right? Number five is technology. While we're on that topic of technology, I appreciate the way technology allowed us to stay close in a time when we really shouldn't have physically been together, because of course we're trying to be safe. And I appreciated the way that it provided so many avenues for us to have birthday parties, retirement parties, even all sorts of events, and really just bound us closer together in a time when we couldn't be physically present. And also, imagine if this happened way back in the plague, you know, we didn't have technology, and I think technology had a really big part in the way we survived this and came out, you know, at least with our heads in check. Number 6, more family time. And I'm silently laughing right now because my mother is actually helping me film this video. So big up to mommy. But really and truly, we got more family time during this 2020 because we had no choice but to stop. And that really gave me an opportunity to hear a lot of stories about, you know, way back when. You know, everybody has stories of their lives even before they have children. And sometimes those stories are very colorful and just so good to learn. Number 7. I learned how interconnected we are from an economical standpoint because of the pandemic. Now, I live in Grenada, a country with 110,000 people, and we are heavily dependent on tourism. It contributes about 20% of the GDP every year. And because we were on lockdown where visitors weren't able to come on island, and we also did not have the student population from the St. George's University, there was definitely a huge effect on agriculture and how some other people make money. And it was very clear to see. For instance, there were so many eggs being sold along the road. There's so much fish being sold in places that I've never even seen fish being sold, because there was definitely a surplus of certain goods as a result of less people, less demand, less people wanting to buy, less restaurants open, or no restaurants open for that matter. You know, it's different when you see something on paper and you know how connected we are, but when you see it in real life, it is really eye-opening. Numero 8. Safe travel. I eventually traveled during 2020, and I'm so grateful that my travel ended up being safe. I traveled through a few different countries just to get to where I had to go because of the limited travel. But I'm so thankful that throughout all that time, hopping to different countries, I did not catch COVID-19. You know, funny, even with traveling was actually so hassle-free because less people were traveling to the destinations I was going to. So that in itself was very peaceful, and actually it felt so good also to not be confined just to the country for 7 months, which was the reality, and being able to just be in the clouds, even if it was for a few hours. So I'm really grateful for that experience and for it being a safe experience. Number 9, 2020. As my mother reminds me to put up my fingers for number 9. Number 9 is letting go of control. Now, if you know me, I like to be in control of a situation. I like to know that I'm able to plan accordingly, execute accordingly, and I think 2020 was that slap in the face saying, ha ha ha, you need to calm down and just let some things be. Que sera, sera, right? And really exercising some patience with different situations because, you know, 2020 was very 2020-ish. Number 10 is being so grateful for the support of friends, family, and even the silent supporters who don't even say anything, but they're sending that energy, but also even making certain things happen in their own spaces. I know some of you exist, and I am so grateful to you for that support this year with all the projects I've been doing and everything I've been trying to get done. I really, really am thankful. So thank you for your support. Now, that was my 10 reasons why I'm thankful for 2020, but I want to hear why you're thankful for 2020. What was something you learned? What was something you tried for a first time? Something you experienced or something you realized? Drop it in the comments. Let me know why you're thankful for the year 2020. There must be at least one thing positive you can find. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, subscribe, and of course, share it with someone who needs to be reminded of some positivity of the year 2020. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great year. I'll see you right here on my channel. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, msy.chrissy. Toodles. Hello, Happy New Year.